So the first guitar I ever got, I was really, really little. I was probably like 3 or 4. It was like this little first act thing. And to tell you about how I treated it, I don't think it exists anymore. I think I pretty much beat it to hell, and I think it's pretty much gone. But you know, that's punk rock, I guess. For most of my childhood, all my childhood, I was really into the Wiggles. When I saw that so early on, I just clicked for some reason. It was really good music. They had their guitars and stuff. They were singing, they were dancing, and that just stuck with me. And that's just kind of what I wanted to emulate. Growing up, there's always kind of the stigma that like the boys into sports, you know, exclusively or into, you know, things like that. I was always more of an artistic kid. I was always more super into music. I liked to draw when I was much younger. I was just into stuff like that. And, you know, as you get older, you just give less of a fuck, I suppose, and you just kind of begin to embrace those sorts of things. So that's just kind of what I've done. And ultimately, I think makes life a lot easier to live when you just kind of embrace the things you're good at, the things you like. I find my greatest purpose when I'm doing anything related to music, whether I'm booking a show, whether I'm writing a song, whether I'm on stage for 5 people or 500 people. We have a lot of songs about, you know, nasty breakups. I think we've all been through that at least once or twice. And I'm just kind of hoping that there's connection. In a way, I've always felt bad for like Elvis. I've always felt bad for Michael. I've always felt bad for Elton because they got their thing, but they don't really got anyone to kind of lean on when it comes to being on the road. Like they have their hired hands and whatnot, but you don't really. There's not that bond. Probably I would imagine wasn't really there for them, and I think the brotherly bond that we have in the band is something that just makes everything easier to deal with, because otherwise it would be just sitting on my shoulders, but we all kind of got each other to lean on. You know, you only get one life. If you find something you're passionate about, you find something you like doing, just kind of put everything into it. Just put 100% into it. Otherwise, you know, you may one day realize you didn't fulfill the one thing you wanted to fulfill. And I think 20 years down the track, if I didn't make that step, I don't think I'd be very thrilled with myself.